Hello everyone, my name is Jesse Atkinson, aka Lone Lycanroc. Good having you with us. In this week's video, I believe we're going to do something quite different. I know it's with 86 box, I can't really see it that well on the computer monitor, but you'll see a little bit clearer later. I was supposed to tape this on Friday, but I got hung up on other things. Don't ask. What we're going to do in this week's video, I believe we're doing something for, supposedly, if it's still going on, if it's still a thing, that is. I know it was a thing last year on YouTube back in 2024, but I can't remember if it's still a thing this year. I think it was called #Tandy, and basically what these people do is they show off like their personal Tandy computers. I think there was very few people that showed off like Tandy emulators on 86 box that year too. I can't remember though, but yeah, and obviously that's what I'm going to be doing too. Like I said, I would show off physical hardware, but the only two computers I have are my Gateway DX4850s, which is what we're going to run it on for 86 box, along with my main daily driver, my Windows 11 computer, which obviously could handle it too. We're just going to run it on here, because obviously on the Gateway, because it is more capable of running an 8088 machine, as you can probably tell. So anyway, we'll be back in a second to get the Tandy set up and ready to go, so hang on one second, we'll be right back. Don't go away. Alright, so we're we're not all set and ready to go yet. We still have to set up the stuff we want, as far as the machine is concerned. As you see here on the screen, I also zoomed in a little bit so you can see it better. Well, sort of. For the most part. We're going to select, which one is it? Where is Tandy at? I don't even see Tandy here. There's so many 8088s. Okay, there it is. Okay, good. Intel 8088, 4.77, pit mode, auto, we don't need that. 640 I think is a max you can go up to, I believe. Well, okay, yeah, 640 is the max, that's what I thought. Display, it just uses an internal controller, as you could probably tell. We have the choice between RGB and composite. We'll just leave it on RGB, I guess. Mouse, we'll just leave it on, usually there was no mouses back in the day. I mean, there was, but, I mean, it was not really that, it wasn't really a big deal until, like, the mid-80s, I can't remember. It was much later. I can't remember when mouses were becoming a thing. Sound card, I'm not really sure which one we should use. We'll just go with TNDY. I think that one might work. I can't remember if that's the one we need. Network card, obviously we don't need one, for very obvious reasons. Storage controller, we do need to add a floppy disk controller for this to work. Port 3 from floppy disks. We'll just use a standard internal controller. Hard disk, we'll get to that in a second. Floppy and CD-ROM drives. Yeah, these are fine. Yep, okay. No turbo. We don't need that, and I don't think we need any of this either, so we shall click OK. And now, at this point, we can turn on the, what they like to call it, a virtual machine or not, unfortunately, and click Start. I guess you can see it now. And that's the, it's like, that's how it finished the memory count. Yep, BIOS ROM version 0102, whatever that is. Dates all the way from 1986 from Phoenix Software and Tandy Corporation. You know, Tandy Corporation was actually owned by Radio Shack at the time, guys. Just saying. Alright, once I insert a system diskette, I think I might have one we can test it with. Let's go to my drive-ins. This is my files drive. Yeah, Tandy 1000 OEM. Just one. Press enter. Strike any key or press any key is what it means, but close enough. Okay, yeah, MS-DOS version 3.3, designed for Tandy. Licensed to Tandy Corporation. It says the current date is January 1st, 1980. Obviously, if that was the case, Jimmy Carter would... Well, I don't even know if Jimmy Carter would be in office. I don't know who the heck would be in office. You would probably have to Wikipedia it. Or Google it or whatever. Let's just leave it alone. Yeah, it's fine. Now, obviously, we just put disc 1 in. I do want to see, like, I'm pretty sure it's going to read the contents. Yeah, it's going to read it just fine. No issues whatsoever. And obviously all these files were modified back in 1988, because this was when this version was supposedly released. But yeah, pretty interesting. So now we're going to go ahead and add an internal controller for the hard drive, or in this case a PCXT IDE controller. To do that, though, I'm going to take the floppy disk out. Yeah. And we'll just shut this down. Don't show this message again. I do not know why 86box likes to do that. But you can tell it not to show the message again, and it'll go away on its own. And this time we're not going to use disk part this time. I have used disk part before, but we're not going to do that this time. I think we will have to transfer over files later, though. But I think we'll just do it the old-fashioned way with 86box anyway. So yeah, we'll go to hard drive controller. Let me just confirm you're seeing this. I think you are, just for the most part. I'm just, I could zoom in a little bit, but just be too blurry anyway. PCXT IDE, regular XT, that's fine. And we can now go to hard disks. Sorry about that. We can add a new one. If it'll let me. And we'll just specify stuff in here. We'll go with 128, I guess. And specify, we'll just put on junk here and call it Tandy. I don't know if you're seeing this, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess you can kind of see it. Tandy 1000 SX, RAM disk, that's fine. Yes, I know. And yeah, I think all that looks fine. Okay, and then we can boot this up again. And now this has an XT IDE adapter now. So we should be able to copy files over to it by attaching the VHD to this. Obviously, it's not going to boot from the hard drive because there's no partition on it, or it's not even partitioned or even formatted for that matter. Yeah, it's error 2H. Yeah, I had a feeling. I also took the disk out. I'm going to put it back in. It took us back here because obviously we shut off the thing. Go to operating system VM, whatever. I'm actually going to use a Tandy 1000 version because I trust this one a little bit better. Press enter. Can't remember if F disk is on the first or the second disk. Guess we'll find out. Have to take a drink. Just saying. Okay. that. Okay, let's see if F-Disk is on this disc. It might be on the second one. I can't remember. Bad Commander file name. Huh. Alright, let me put the second disc in. Well, if it'll let me. Alright. Let me try this again. F-Disk. Okay, it's on the second disc. Okay, that's what I thought. If it ain't on one, it's on the other. Just saying. Display partition. Yeah, see, it's not even partitioned, so there ain't even no way it's going to boot up from there anyway. So go back to the main menu, and it will create OS partition. Create primary. We'll choose the maximum size. Yeah, why not? Sure. It's going to restart. It's probably suspecting me to put disk 1 in, so I'll go ahead and fix that, and we'll press enter. And I think also I have to press A to boot from the floppy drive, or else it'll just act like it's... Yeah, there we go. Because if you just tell it to boot from the hard drive, because now that it's partitioned, it'll act like if you try to boot from the hard drive, it'll act like there's a missing operating system. So you have to, like, force it to the, floppy drive. Yeah. I can't remember the format command. I think I did see it on this at the very least. I just kind of find it funny though that that was on this disc. We'll find out though momentarily. Yep, okay, yeah, all data on the unremovable drive C will be lost. Proceed with the format. Sure, why not? Alright, I think this will take a little bit, guys. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Yep. Alright, so the format is complete. It didn't take as long, and you can probably tell I used the /S command to transfer the system files. My only minor complaint is you can't give it a label like you could on later versions of MS-DOS, but that's not really a deal breaker, I guess. But yeah, people had a lot more patience back in 1987 when they were listening to, like, Whitesnake and whatever his name was. Was it, whatever. Anyway, enough all that. We can go to drive C now at this point, and I can show you what's all on here. It's just probably going to be a command.com file, I think. Yep. Which, oddly, was modified at 3 PM, but then again, we did, have the system date. The system date was, I don't know, I think it was 1980, so, who knows. Anyway, what should we do now? Do we dare ourselves try some games on here? I did do that in one video, but I don't think I uploaded on YouTube officially. I can't remember. I can't even remember. That might have been on Gateway 2000. I can't remember. But either way, yeah. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to shut this down again. Where's the cursor at? There it is. Yep. Okay, I'm going to stop the VM. And right now I'm going to stop recording here again. I'm going to try to attach the VHD. And we'll see if we can try to copy some files over to that virtual hard drive. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Alright, so here we are at the disk management component and the computer management component. It's like component, one component. And what we need to do is, I zoomed it out a little bit, because obviously we need a whole monitor to see this, but I guess we could zoom in just a little bit now at this point. There we go. Alright, so we will attach a VHD. Okay, I think it is on here. I can't remember. Actually, no, I think it's on the jump drive. Yep. Attach that. Local Disc P. That's a funny name. That's a funny letter. But yeah, it's empty, as you can probably tell, because there is nothing here other than a command prompt, which obviously won't show up because it's a system file. I think those files do not show up on Windows 7 by default. And what's very interesting is that you can't really see it, but I'll try and see if I can zoom in a little bit more. It says there's only like 32 megabytes of storage on that drive, which I find very interesting. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead. Well, actually, no, it says I have enough charge, but it said I didn't have enough. It's funny. But I'm going to go ahead and plug my camera in really quick, because I don't know if I'm really trusting the battery on this, so we'll be right back. Don't go away. Yep. Alright, we're back, guys. I'm trying to get the perfect angle here, since I have a huge battery pack hooked up to this camera. Alright, guess that's just going to have to make do for now, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry if I'm clearing my throat. For some reason, my mouth is not cooperating. Because of course it isn't. Anyway, files, drive in, okay, what do we need? DOS box, can't remember what games need have Tandy support. I guess it doesn't really matter which ones we copy over, but there are a few I personally think I would like to try. One game I think that would be cool to try out would be this one, Back to the Future 2. A few Back to the Future fans out there. I don't know if it's new, if it's old enough for that Tandy, because I think it is. Because the movie does date from 1989, so it might be a little bit older for it. But we'll just hope for the best and see. Well, a good old classic would be Alley Cat 2, of course. Again, I am sorry about me clearing my throat too much. I guess it's just how it is. Anything else here? Definitely not doing. That's just too new for obvious reasons. I'm not sure that is. I think I was having issues with Fire and Ice. So it's fit to work on DOS box, but not anything else. King's Quest 1. We'll skip that this time. But I would like to see like if it plays through color on here, but so I think the last time I played, I think it was on the Gateway, I can't remember though, but we'll try anyway and see, at least if we get color video on there, but it may have been on Tandy, I can't remember though. I can't remember. We'll just test drive Monopoly on there too, and just Pac-Man. We'll just throw off a bunch of games on here. And yeah, Pac-Man, Paperboy. We'll just throw up some games on and see like how it works, and Paratrooper, all that good stuff. Let me open up a new window here. Call it games. Just use lowercase this time. Paste. There we go. Alright, go back here now. I also want to copy over DOS stuff too. I just gotta figure out where I put it at. Contents. Okay, yeah. Killer select all. edit, like, oh, okay, it's Control A is what we had to hit, but oh well. Create a new folder, we'll call it Deskmate. We'll show this off too. There we go. And last but not least, sorry if I burped, my apologies. I think it was DOS, I think is what it was. I gotta figure out where it's at though. Maybe it's on my junk drive. Still having to clear my throat, guys. My apologies. You know, where is the DOS stuff at? Well, not the DOS games, but you know what I mean. Oh, right here. Okay, that makes sense. This was a Tandy disc that we were using. Hopefully you saw that. I'm pretty sure you did, hopefully. Alright, we'll go ahead and detach the VHD now. I just gotta figure out which one it is. Okay, it's Dry P. Yeah, see, there's 95 megabytes allocated. Because that show up as a 127 megabyte hard drive. We'll just go ahead and detach it. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'll go ahead and load up 86 Manager, but this time I'm going to load up from the taskbar. Well, from the start menu, I should say. And we'll go ahead and load this up now. And supposedly our file should be there now. In theory. I just realized I forgot to put the disk down, but it's still gonna boot for the hard drive though. I probably should have taken the floppy out just in case, but yeah, it's gonna boot from the hard drive, and it looks like it is booting just fine. Yep, it's booting from the hard drive. I'll just go ahead and take the floppy disk out because I don't think we'll need it from this point forward. But I do want to check and see if the stuff is there. Sorry about clearing my throat multiple times. Alright, let's do the ARC commands. Yep, it's all there. Okay, good. Just with today's date on them, the proper date and timestamp. So yeah, we'll just, I don't think we'll need that MS-DOS disk from this point forward. I'll just go ahead and eject it. Alright, so as you have probably guessed, we are going to kick things off the game now, as always. I mean, why not? Might as well. So let's go to the games folder here. See what we got. I had copied over. There's Paratrooper, Alley Cat, Back to the Future 2, KQ1, that's the first King's Quest, you can probably tell. Monopoly. I'm gonna try, I can't remember if I was running King's Quest on a Tandy before. I can't remember. It might have been on a Gateway, but maybe it was a Tandy as well. I can't remember, though. It might have been a Tandy, but I don't know, though. I'll probably have to rewatch the video I did on here, though, but because I did on this computer, not my daily driver Windows 11 computer, but yeah, but I am curious, though, how Pac-Man would run. See what the executable is. Is Pac-Man.exe. Makes the most logical sense. from 1983. Okay, for one-player game, press F1, or two-player game, press F2. To change difficulty, press the spacebar or joystick button to play the game. We'll do a one-player game, obviously. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. You press... Okay, actually, let's change it to two-player game, but... I misread. Okay, press spacebar. I'm not... I don't know if I'm controlling this. Okay, I think I am. Yeah, I'm controlling it. It's all good. This keyboard is pretty futzy. I really need to get a different keyboard for this computer because the keyboard buttons can be kind of small. Hey, hurry up, get blinky. There we go. They're gonna regenerate. There we go. Come on. Got him. Okay, they're gone now, but there's still a few other power pellets I can get. Come on! Yeah. You can tell it's a pretty cool game. Aha. This is actually the best I've actually gotten on this game so far. Alright, I'll admit, you got me. It's okay though. That's actually the best I have done so far, I will admit that. So we got an air power pellet, the final one. Probably won't get the last one, it's okay, I'll just admit my defeat to him. There we go. Admit my defeat there. Yep. That was actually not a bad score, I will admit. 5460. Pretty decent, actually. That's probably the best I've done on that game overall. I actually got all the power pellets, so that's actually a pretty decent game, I will admit. But you can see it runs just fine on here. Obviously, it's from 83, so there's no reason why it should work on here just fine. And there's my score there, 5460. I don't know how to get out of here. So you can probably tell sound is okay on here. It could be worse. Did it freeze up? Oh, this might be one of those games where you have to brute force it to reset. That's kind of annoying. A little bit concerned though if it like just froze up though. Okay, yeah, 99. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm starting to like think maybe it just reset itself. Control escape. Yeah, it doesn't even let me do anything with this. JH. Even pressing enter doesn't even do anything. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to reset this machine, guys. I'll probably just do a control delete and see what that does. So we will be right back. Alright, I'd press Control F12 to do the control delete, and as always, we are back here. It's asking us, oh, you're living in 1980 with Jamie Carter. No, we'll just press enter anyway, and enter again, and there we go. Anyway, it's probably back to the root of the hard drive, but let's go ahead and check out Tandy Deskmate while we're at it. I think it's just Deskmate, I believe. No, it's not. Am I even in the right folder? I know it should be. Messages. Oh, it's just desk. Okay, that makes the most logical sense. Sorry about that. Well, here it is, Tandy Deskmate. Again, it says it's January 1st, 1980, 12:01 a.m., but that's not my fault, though. Alright, so we got text, worksheet, filler, whatever. Guess I'm drinking soda, by the way. I know it's not going to help my lost cause, but it is what it is. Let's look at this budget worksheet. How do I select that? There we go. Okay, it loads into memory, as you can probably tell. Obviously, this is just a sample worksheet. It's a budget for January of 1985. They made a car payment of $250, with gas for the car of $80, home gas $50, electric $75, water $25, phone $50, rent and board was $400, insurance was $65, groceries was $150, and fun was $100. In total, they spent $1245, and they also put their actual amount down, which was a little bit more than they suspected. So their net amount was about close to $14 more than they had suspected, but oh well. I guess life isn't fair sometimes with a budget, but they tried. That's like me. I lose money all the time. What? I want to get out of here. How do I get out of here? Okay, select command. Okay, maybe I have to hit Control Q, maybe. Or is that command going to boot me out of the VM? No, because X doesn't even have one. Okay, Control Q. No, that doesn't even do anything. I forget. Remember, 80s computers are simple, but aren't simple either. Alright, so, text out. I don't know. Control Escape, maybe? Control C. I don't know what that's gonna do. C. No, I didn't want to do that! Well, I guess we're stuck here whether we want to or not. Insert. Well, maybe just do Control Delete again. I don't know. You know, this is why I don't really know much about this kind of stuff. So, you guys who are Tandy fans, please, if you're yelling at me, my apologies. I have never really used this kind of stuff before. I am turning 30 this year, but I mean, I grew up in the era where, 2000s, where computing was pretty much on the line of nearly being on its end, where phones were taking over at some point. Yes, we are talking about the 2000s and the 2010s. Yes, I'm not young, but I am getting old. It's crazy, but it's the truth. I'm just gonna Control Delete this. I'm sorry, guys. I was just pretty much out of my wits' end of that. We'll try their game here in a second. Alright, next up on the agenda is Monopoly. I can't remember what year it's from, but hopefully it'll work on here. At least we know Pac-Man worked. Obviously, it did pretty good on that one. Okay, there is a pic file on here, but hopefully it'll still work. Yeah. Oh, wow, this actually looks pretty good. Although some of them are not showing up, but I guess that's not really that big of a deal. No, I don't need instructions. You're allowed to go in the hole. Okay, I don't quite understand that, but, let's go with 25. We'll go first, press enter to continue. We'll go to income tax. Oh, man. Yeah, why not? At least I rolled doubles. Yeah. Enter. I'm just gonna try to lose this to burn off time here. Yeah. Yeah, good for you. Gardens, yeah. Trying to burn off time here to show you, like, this game works okay out here. Excuse me, spot, yeah, good for you. Yep. 490, you can see I'm gonna be out of the hole soon. Yeah. I see I'm almost down the hole. I probably won't be able to buy anything at this point. Let's just say yes, see what happens. Okay, yeah, I passed go, so I had $200. That makes sense. If I didn't know that, though, can't remember if I did. 345. I'm in jail. What a coincidence. Way to find. Yeah, you do do that. Own Marvin Gardens. That sounds fair enough. I own 2 railroads, so he owes me 50. We have 10 spaces. Let's just buy it, so get out of this game. Oh, yeah, I didn't have enough. I was short free $15. And you bought the other railroad for $200, as you can probably tell. Yeah, why not? I'm just burning off time here, guys. Just saying. I can't spare any money. Are you interested? Sure, why not? You can see he's running low too. Just about. Their money. Yeah, why don't you win? Oh, no one gets it. Here's Shikai. Okay, that one I might be able to get. I understand. Well, it would help my keyboard. Oh, 121. Someone's gonna lose. I passed go and click 200. Yeah, good for you. Like I said, this keyboard's kind of flimsy. Apologies. Okay, free 71. Advance to go. So I got my 200 back. That's good. Okay, I'm recording. And you see it okay? For the most part. Yeah, let's buy that. 271 left. I do, at the very least. I got 10 left from Kentucky. I have seen like this game last. Some Monopoly games last as long as 8 hours. But I think those are like the tournaments of Monopoly or something. I can't remember. I'll try. 49. I'm almost down the hole. On boardwalk. Oh, at least you landed on it. Almost there. He owes me 6. I got 7 back. Oh, down the hole. I knew that you had to have the skill to beat me. Why not? Alright, I'm probably going to have to control alt delete this again, but I'm going to try to just escape out of this. Okay, can we just control escape? Control escape, control alt. Yeah, I think it's going to force me to do control alt delete again, guys. Ain't that lovely? So, Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back right after this. Don't go away. Yep. Alright, sorry, let me clear my throat at the very start of the video, but just how it is. But anyway, we're gonna try Back to the Future now, too. Got to figure out what file it is. It might be the same name, but I do not know, though. But I'm not really sure. I might just save this? I don't know. Oh, there we go. And, okay, yeah, I think it's 5. That's TGA. I think that's meant for Tandy. But, yeah. We'll do, number 5. Okay, I don't know if that was the right saying or not, because I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't know if this game will... Okay, it's loading up. It's just being slow. Keep in mind, this is an older processor on that's emulated, so it might be slower. I don't know. Getting back was only the beginning of Back to the Future 2. But what a coincidence. Can we play it? Probably not. It's whining a little bit here, but we can. This is slow. I will admit, though, the music's pretty cool. I don't know if I might have to mute it out. I don't know. I hope this... Because I can't remember if this music's like... I know the original song is copyrighted, but I can't remember, like, if the MIDI would also get you in trouble. I guess we'll find out later when I upload this. Okay, you gotta let me play it. There is no hard disk activity. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is an older game. ImageWorks presents. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe this game is just a little bit too rich for this kind of computer. Yeah, I think this game might be a little bit too rich for this kind of computer. I think this game came around in 1989, so it might be like, maybe even 1990, I don't know. So yeah, I think this game might be a little bit too rich for this kind of computer. Yeah, I can't even get out of it. I probably have to do an air control delete, unfortunately. Yeah, this game is a very slow game, as you can probably tell, because all the stuff has to load in memory. Okay. Okay, that's enough of that. Oh wait, I can't even do control delete? Are you serious? You gotta be kidding me! Alright, so, it was not letting me do control delete in the game, so I had to swallow my pride and actually do a hard reset, and unfortunately 86 Box decided to pitch a fit and, tell me to dismiss a message again, which I kind of find annoying. I kind of like PCM a little bit better, but oh well, yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and close this out with Paratrooper. That game, I think, is just too rich for this kind of system. I might just leave that whole footage out, because I think the music might have been, like, I don't know. It might just make it extra long, can't remember. We'll see, though. Anyway, oh, God. Forget me. I apologize if you heard that, which I know you did, but my apologies, it's just how it is. Come on. Come on. There you go. By the way, it is slowing down a little bit, as you can probably tell. That's why I was glitching out there. Remember, the keyboard is weird, so my apologies, I will very likely lose this. Okay, you actually use this button here. Still people on here. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Well, 60 points ain't too bad. Okay, he's gonna let me out of this game again without having to control-delete it. Oh, come on. I don't want control-alt-delete. Alright, you know what? We'll just shut down. There you go. Good enough. I have had enough of control-alt-deletes today. Just saying, that is pretty much it, guys, as this video. I do not know how I could get out. I'm pretty sure there's a way to get out of games at that point, but most games back then, I think they forced you to, like, reset the computer. I think that is just such an annoying feature. Well, oh well. Anyway, I hope you still enjoyed the video regardless. But, anyway, till next time, I am Jesse Atkinson, aka the Lone Lock and Rock, sign off. And, don't forget, Season 2 of Power World is coming out on KHKJ TV soon. But there you go. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and again, I am Jesse Atkinson, aka the Lone Lock and Rock, sign off. Goodbye, everyone. Yep.